Hello guys, I am back, and today I am bringing you a special video to come back to because on June 14th, the World Cup will be premiering, and I cannot wait. I have my predictions already set up, so I'm ready to tell you them day by each group. So let's get into it. Today we're going to be talking about Group 1, which consists of the teams of Russia, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Uruguay. Now for Russia, the coach is Stanislav Cherchev, and players to watch out for are Akinfev, who is the goalkeeper and captain of the team, Ignashevich, which is the defender, and Zagov, who is midfielder. And the reason why I want to point these players out is because Russia is a very defensive team, and these players seem to do well on the defensive end. As well as we have Zagov, who can prove that he can score against other teams. However, when it comes to Russia, I feel like if they are going to win in a World Cup game, it is going to be like a 1-0. I feel like they're going to focus more on their defense than they are on their offense. FIFA rating, they're 66, and they have appeared in the World Cup 11 times. The best they have done in the World Cup is got 4th place. The next team we have is Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has the head coach of Juan Antonio, who is Argentinian, and the players to watch out for are Hiswahi, who is the defensive end as well as the captain, Al Jassim, who is the midfielder, and Al Muwallad, who is also a midfielder. The reason why I wanted to focus more on midfielders is because this is a really defensive group with really low FIFA ratings. So I feel like if anyone would be able to score a goal, especially on Russia, who is far more defensive than either their team, then Saudi Arabia would have a chance to do so. Their FIFA rating is 67, and they have appeared in the World Cup 5 times, with their best performance being round of 16. Our third team in Group A is Egypt, with coach Hector Cooper, who is another Argentinian coach, and the players to watch are El Hadri, who is the goalkeeper as well as the captain of the team, Fathi, who is the defensive end as well as vice captain of the team, and Salah, who is the forward. Of course, I want to focus a lot on captains, and as you can tell, there are a lot of captains on the defensive side because these are all really defensive teams. However, when it comes to Egypt, they are higher FIFA ratings than the last two teams that we talked about, but they also have Salah as a forward, who is another player I want you to watch because he has a lot of potential to command and help the forwards as well as midfield push more and score more goals against the other two defensive teams. I feel like they have the most potential out of the other teams to potentially beat Uruguay as well as beat the other two teams because they do have a lot of offensive and defensive talent, which makes them kind of like a hybrid team, which is something different than the other two teams that we spoke about. Their FIFA rating is 46. They have appeared in the World Cup 3 times, and their best appearance has been 13th place, which was actually in their first World Cup. And last but not least, the only team in the top 20 ELA rating or FIFA ratings, well, the only team in the top 40 FIFA ratings is Uruguay. They have the coach of Oscar Tabarez, and players to watch are Godin, who is the defensive end, as well as the captain of the team, obviously, and Suarez, who is a forward, as well as Cavani, who is the forward on their team as well. So obviously, again, focusing on the forwards because there's a lot of defensive teams in this group, and Uruguay is just a powerhouse team compared to everyone else in this group. So obviously, I had to mention the forwards because we all know that they can crush the defensive teams from Saudi Arabia, Russia, and Egypt. I also obviously want to focus on the captain because he can still lead the defensive squad to help them not get the opportunity for the other teams to push against their defense. They are a strong powerhouse of a team, and it's shown in their FIFA rating, which is 17. They have appeared in the World Cup 13 times and have actually won it in 1930 and 1950. So, my prediction is going to be Russia in last place, going 0-3 with a -7 score. Saudi Arabia in third place, going 1-2 with a -4 score. Egypt in second place, going 2-1 with a +3 score. And Uruguay going 3-0 with a +8 score. And obviously the reason why I'm doing this is because these are all teams with great defense. However, it just comes to who has the better offense and who is able to push past this defense to score some goals. And I think Uruguay and Egypt have the most potential out of the 4 teams. Russia seems to mainly just be defense. Saudi Arabia has some offensive potential, but they're relying a lot on defense as well. Egypt and Uruguay, however, do have a hybrid team, and they can still focus more offensively as well as defensively if need be, which is something you don't see in the bottom 2 teams of this group. So, yep, those are my predictions for Group A. I will see you tomorrow to talk about Group B.